All right, morning, everyone. Happy Veterans Day. Hoping you're enjoying your day off. Uh, I was a veteran for 7 years, so I get it. I get the things you go through. I don't know. It just you learn a lot of things while in the military, and you also make a lot of sacrifices. One thing I saw is like those military families, just they go move every place every 3 years, and I'm like, oh my god, that must be so tough. 'Cause you can't establish roots and everything, and but yeah, you're doing it for the needs of the military and helping support this country and the best way that they can. And yeah, so happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. But today, what we're going to talk about is personal development. I'm big into decision making. Once I heard this one quote, life is about choices and we're the sum of our choices. It's like, oh my God, that is really true. I really felt that was true because everything I do is a decision, and I want to make sure the best decisions possible. And sometimes when you make a decision, it's not going to work out. You can have the best process in the world and decision out of all the variables and everything, and then it just don't work out. You just get bad luck. You got a bad result, but that doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just happened to be something that didn't work out. So I'm right now reading this book called Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke, and that's a really good book. It's a really good book about this decision making. I feel like it's going to help me like realize like, okay, this is what I have to think about and how I have to, the other I have to make decisions about. And so yeah, that's the key thing. And she gives an example in the book, Pete Carroll during I think it was the 2016 Super Bowl, where the Patriots versus the Seahawks, like the Seahawks were on the 4 yard line or 2 yard line, and instead of handing it off to Marshawn Lynch on second down, Pete Carroll decides to throw the ball into the end zone and he gets intercepted. So the key thing is hindsight's 2020, and you're like, oh, that could have been the worst thing, but it was second down, still had plenty of time on the clock to run some other plays to help tie the game. I think it was to tie the game. But the idea is on those type of plays, an interception only happens 2% of the time. So, and Pete Carroll trusted Russell Wilson to like throw the ball in there without getting intercepted, and it was just that 2% chance of happening, and it was a bad result. So all the thought process behind it is like second down, trying to still time on the clock, and it wasn't. So he thought he could like sneak one in there by throwing a pass. It didn't work out. Bad result. But if you think about it, it's probably a good decision in the sense that there's two downs left. There was like time on the clock, so you could like if it was incomplete, you still would have been fine. And then it just got intercepted. And that's just what happened. And so we just got to think about our days in terms of like what's our decision process. Hey, like we can do everything right, but then we just get a bad result, and we just got to take that emotion out of our thinking and just realize, hey, it just happened, and just accept it and just move on. What is it? I don't know. I'd like in terms of for me myself going into business, I'm like, okay, let me quit my job at the Pentagon. Let me go try to become a financial advisor. It's 6 years now, and I'm still in the process. I had to start over 2 years ago. Yeah, close to almost 2 years ago. I decided to start over, close to 2 years, and it's like I just like made the decision, and this things just happened. Like, hey, ultimately, it's a good result. But like, it's not working out like I wanted to. It was like, hey, I did not expect COVID to happen while I was starting a business. It was a good decision for me, but it's just bad results, and that slowed me down. But things are picking up. Thank God I live in a place that's cheap like Colombia, where it only costs me like $900, $1,000 a month to live, and that gives me plenty of time to work on the business and work on business generation and everything. So it's like, huh, well, I'm glad I started this a year ago, and I'm glad I really worked on doing all this digital marketing because it really helped me out right now. And yeah, just bad results. That's just, if you get a bad result, just, you can sulk for 5 minutes, but then you got to move on with your life. You can't, like, did you have a bad day or did you have a bad 5 minutes that you've been milking all day? And the key thing is just move on, do it again, keep trying things until it works. And then, so there's a difference between skill and luck. Like, sometimes you're lucky in terms of you have good economic conditions and everything's going well. But most of the thing, but like if you want true success, you want to focus on your skill. Like, what is your process? Like, hey, if you look at, like right now I'm in an MBA program, I'm doing decision making and analysis. It's basically a stats class, and we have to do this project where we're looking at a process. Like, okay, here's the outcome we want. Here's the 5 steps, or here's the 10 steps to help us get that process. Here's the amount of times that we can fail, or the amount of defects that we can have. And the idea is that we want to have a process that overall, with the 6 Sigma levels, like we should have less than, I forget the number. It's like less than 1,000, like less than 100 defects per million tries or something like that. Just so if we can do that with our decision making in our lives, where we're not having that many defects before in the overall decision making process, then we're going to end up with more good results, and we're going to end up relying less on luck. And so if you just look at your, like, think about it like going to the gym. So to go to the gym in the morning, one, you have to, like I would say, it starts the night before. So, like, did you meal prep? And to meal prep, did you buy all your stuff that you needed to do? Did you go to sleep at the right time so you can get your full 8 hours? Do you have your gym clothes ready? So you did that. I mean, you did the laundry correctly. Does your car have gas in it, or is it icy outside? Like, if it's icy outside, that's just bad luck in just terms of just how it is. Or if it's cold outside, that's just how it is at that time. So, like, I don't know, like, there's tons of things that can go wrong where you have a defect in your process. But the idea is, hey, if your process is good, where you're always making sure you have the food in the fridge, you're going to bed at the right time, your alarm is set. Sometimes you forget to set your alarm, but that's a part of the process. But overall, like, things like weather, something at the gym is broken, where it's not, where you can't go to the gym that much. That's just a bad result. That's not a bad decision that you made. It's just a bad result. So don't think about the result too hard. Just be like, okay, I did what I was supposed to do, and just go on to the next day. And if you just do this with other parts of your life, just realize, like, what you can control in the situation, what you can't control in the situation. And you want to focus on minimizing those defects as much as possible in your process. And if you do that, you're going to build up your skills. And then instead of rely on luck, you're going to have more skills, and that should give you better results over the long haul. Yes, you're going to have these handful of moments where bad results do happen, but this is part of life, and you just have to accept them and then just move on with your life. And like, in terms of, like, going back to the military, like, I joined at 18 years old. Goal was to learn some leadership skills and to pay for my education. Got a lot of great training from the military in terms of all the skills, all the leadership training that they offer, all the different experiences, all that training where you're put into uncomfortable situations and you just work through it and everything. But the idea is, like, you can have a bad result where you're stuck in a unit that is really awful. You can be stuck, get an assignment that's really out of your control, and just bad things happen. But the decision-making process is there. Did you train right? Do you have the right mindset? Do you do all these other things to help you try to eliminate that luck as much as possible so that you can have better results? So overall, it was a good decision for me, and I got a good result. Even though I got separated for herniated disc in my lower back, overall it was a good decision. Just bad results sometimes, and yeah, right now I've been doing a lot of yoga to help my back out, and can't wait till the gyms open up here so I can go back. But right now, just working on the TRX, and yeah, I just that's what I do, and that's something I do with my time management. Is just look at your situation and just try to see what is the best thing to do. I'll share that right here in the comment section. So if you just go right there in the comment section, click on this link right here, you can sign up. The giveaway, I'm giving away 2 time management sessions valued at $300. Really help you understand how to best organize your life, and so you can focus on the things that are most important to you. So I really hope you enjoy today's lesson. And as always, if you go with Joe, you can grow with Joe, because Joe knows Joe. All right, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow with something financial planning related. So take care, and enjoy your day, and thank a veteran if you see one.